Hey, chat. We had a request to try and tune up the Smothering Tithe Emergency Powers deck that we used to play in Historic once upon a time for Explorer. I think if we run into control and mid-range decks, we might have a real shot thanks to kind of the over-the-top power that these two cards specifically can have, but I think against aggro, we're probably going to have a hard time, even with Clarion out of the board. There's a chance that with a bunch of fries and a bunch of can't be countered cards, we might be okay into things like blue, mono blue aggro, though. So perhaps we'll hope to run into that if we're going to hit an aggressive deck. The kind of generic idea behind this is while you have Smothering Tithe in play, you cast Emergency Powers, and then you put Thousand Year Storm into play off the addendum trigger on Emergency Powers. And then with the plethora of treasure tokens that you get from Smothering Tithe, you start casting things like Big Score and Unexpected Windfall to churn through your deck, to then eventually win the game by casting a Spikefield Hazard or Prismari Command for lethal with Thousand Year Storm. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. Just to address this, because I know we're going to get YouTube comments, I've already had 500,000 suggestions in Twitch chat for it already. Why am I not playing card XYZ that's a 3, 4, 5, or 6 mana card that doesn't impact the board? Well, you see, chat, I already have 16 cards in my deck that are 4+ mana cards that don't impact the board when I play them. I arguably already have too many of them. So the reason why I am not playing other card suggestion that also does not impact the board is because it is not a core part of the combo that we are playing, and our combo already involves too many cards that don't impact the board. So that is why I'm not playing whatever 3, 4, 5, or 6 mana card you're suggesting that does not impact the board. Narset of the Ancient Way is not a card that is good against aggro. A 4 mana card that gains a couple of life and then gets attacked to death is trash against aggro, chat. Really, really bad. Gaining life or just getting attacked for a turn does not count as impacting the board. And drawing and discarding and then getting attacked, that is not efficient board interaction for the mana spent. For 4 mana bad lightning helix, basically draw, discard, kill a thing, gain some life when they attack it, that's not a good rate. It's not a good rate. Yes, that is correct, Tobias. A Marvel Snap progression guide is on the list of videos I need to put out. Yeah, I could see Fading Hope being a real Magic card we're interested in playing. That's a card that, like, tempos the board a little bit and buys this time. I'm assuming Emergency Powers likely wins us the game when we guessed it. Usually what you're hoping to do with that. Well, that's super unfortunate. Are there loot boxes in Snap? A lot of the what's it called? A lot of the loot box laws pertain to purchasing loot boxes, and you don't really purchase loot boxes in Snap. Also, I don't think Snap's in danger of getting banned in the EU over any law more so than, like, any of the other, you know. Basically, all card games would be banned. Which, you know, could be a possibility, but seems unlikely. Yeah, that's very typical. A lot of the feedback, a lot of the thing, you can, and I've talked about this before, you can really tell that Marvel Snap is a lot of people's first mobile game, because I feel like that meme where the guys are like, oh, it's your first time, huh? Where like people keep being surprised at things they're announcing or doing with Snap. It's like, yeah, chat, this is just how mobile games work. It's a mobile game. That's how their economies work. Always has been.
You want to play with fire, huh?
It's fine. It's fine to not like it, but none of it's a surprise. Okay, there's a 1,000-year storm. So we definitely just do that, right? And then next turn I can Spikefield Hazard double emergency powers. I mean, Hearthstone is like Hearthstone's that's a good way to put it. Hearthstone is such a fantastic example of psychology, people not understanding psychology, because Hearthstone's configuration, Hearthstone invented a lot of the anti-consumer things that's very common in digital card games, but people just like didn't understand why it was bad for them, so they just like smile and accept these things that are shitty as being fine. Okay, a larger fish. Maybe. I'm not actually sure. So we're going to get to double emergency powers next turn, but I'm not actually sure if it wins us the game because we don't currently have a Smothering Tithe. So the hope is that the first emergency powers draws us a Smothering Tithe, so that way the second emergency powers can make us a bunch of treasures and let us combo from there. I think is the hope here. Less predatory than other mobile games is like a really low bar. Yeah, a lot of people view the dusting mechanic as something that's good when it's just like the complete opposite of good. It's actually just the complete opposite of good. Smothering Tithe, please. Okay, so you're saying there's a chance. Oh no! Oh, I didn't cast the first one, so it doesn't actually do anything. Okay, yeah, we're just super dead. Addendum doesn't work with copies. Okay. All right, we hit a Niv-Mizzet here at least, though, huh? Okay, so I'm saying there's a chance because this copies twice. Yeah, Prophecy wipes their board here. And then I'm going to draw a bunch of cards which means I get to ping the Chandra bunch. I'm gonna draw 4 cards here. Yeah. Okay, so we didn't like full combo them, but like Niv-Mizzet along with the Fire Prophecy there, like showed up, punched the clock, and went to work, huh? Good enough. Yeah. Okay, so I think this is just like all the 6 mana bombs in matchup. Yeah, all's well that ends well. I think this is a Prismari Command out matchup. I know it was like okay there. I wonder if Clarion's good. Clarion's probably okay, right? We do that. But your prophecy's like, I just won you the game, Jeff. Why are you cutting me? No, Jeff, please don't stop. And then draw 6 cards because of the rummages. So Niv-Mizzet does not trigger on the copies. So I was getting 3 draws from the Fire Prophecies, and then 1 draw from a Niv-Mizzet trigger. So I was going to get 4 triggers there. You know what? Honestly, they're a Thoughtseize deck. I'm going to keep 6 lands. I think one of the things, I think the location mechanic of Snap is probably one of the most innovative things about the game, because it allows you to have your players build decks that are pretty hyper consistent, but still allow variety of gameplay, since there's a gameplay mechanic that causes variance in the center. It's a really neat balancing thing. All right, sweet. Well, let's Clarion here. And then when they Thoughtseize me, my hand has no spells next turn. I have got that one, Step. Ain't got any thoughts to seize, opponent. Come get him. Outplayed, chat. Outplayed. Cleverly left my Smothering Tithe on top of the deck. Skillfully. If they don't pay 2 here, we could cast a 6 mana spell next turn. The Banterking King. Thank you for the big 5-0. I appreciate the over 4 years. Welcome back. You hope this deck is good. I promise you this deck is not good. I would wager we are capable of winning games, but I promise you our deck is not good. Recycling the Triome, yeah? We have 2 Chandras and 2 Clarions in my deck. Maybe I want all the Clarions in, actually. I have a lot of stuff that does to it. Ooh, they gave me a treasure, chat. The treasure means that we can cast emergency powers next turn. So we have extra outs now. I think in a longer game like Magic, that would be a problem, Springsburg. But I think in Snap having shorter games, the random non-games from locations are fine. I also think that they're not strictly non-games. They can provide you with some decisions, and you can make some deck building decisions to play through some of those locations. Like, the bar with no name, for example, is a good reason to have a Storm, Scarlet Witch, or Rhino in your deck. And the Sanctum is a good reason to play things like Vision or Nightcrawler. So there are real deck building considerations that let you work through those things. Okay, so because they've put me to 2 and have a Chandra now, I have to bin this, and we're hoping to draw emergency powers and full combo off. We did not. We are dead. So, if we had higher life total, obviously we would take the Chandra and clean the board out. Because we are so low, that is no longer an option. Yeah, I think I want all the Clarions here, seeing how that played out. Oh, yeah, that's true. Hobgoblin and Green Goblin work well with the bar with no name. Yeah, for sure. We lost value by not spiking ourselves to death. Rip. I missed that line. I appreciate you pointing it out. Whoa, Beck. If Magic the Gathering Arena has taught me anything, it's that rebalancing cards has to be done sparingly. Oh yeah, you're right. It does, right? The goblins don't work there. It's lowest power wins. Yeah, I think you're right. I'm chilling on this for a turn. Big goof. Big goof. Pretty sure Niv-Mizzet is better than Thousand Year Storm. Don't you dare rebalance my companion's Hoagland. I need you to act the misprinted. Yep. Look at that, chat. It didn't actually matter what we discarded. Yay, choices. Smothering Tithe? One Smothering Tithe, please. You hate discard? You hate magic? That's strange. Why do you hate magic? That always makes me chuckle when Magic players are like, gosh, I despise this core game mechanic that's present in every format that the game has. It's like, well, have you considered that maybe you just don't like Magic? Was that a thought that occurred? What's going on, B-Mick? Thank you for the 53 months. Welcome back. I was like, there was a... When Thoughtseize was in Standard, I would love the number of people that be like, I hate Thoughtseize formats. It's like, oh, so you just hate constructed Magic right now. This is like, Thoughtseize was being played in just like Modern and Legacy, and then obviously it was Standard legal. Alright, hopefully they play out some more creatures that die to Chandra here. They play out a Chandra of their own. I'm a little bit sad. Yeah, decks that are mono counters and mono discard are a significant chunk of how competitive Magic plays.
I know him. Yup. You're going down.
A lot of Modern's Magic's formats these days are decks that are that. Those are core game mechanics that they lean into heavily.
Had other things to burn. Everyone knows the bigger explosions are more fun.
Yeah, I don't like getting my cards discarded, my spells countered, or my creatures killed when they're on the board, but I also don't like when my opponent races me with a linear deck. Those are all things I dislike, chat. So if we could just play Magic where none of those happens, it would be great.
This'll be easy.
I like when my opponent floods out or doesn't draw land. Oof, I believe we've died, chat. I believe we have died. Alright, got a little bit lucky to win game 1, thoroughly trashed in games 2 and 3. Our hour of losing with Smothering Tithe shall continue now. What's going on, Bill? Thanks for the 32 months. I had a friend who only played Blue, White, or Esper Control without creatures because he wasn't trying to play Pokemon. Man, arrogant Magic the Gathering player and belittling other card games they don't actually understand how to play. Name a more iconic duo. Are we dead? Quite possibly. Okay, I'm fire prophesying to get some churn here. We have a Smothering Tithe at 1,000-year storm, but I assume we're just gonna get out lineared. Alone. We're actually just in, right? Like, they attack us for 7, I play Smothering Tithe, they attack us for 7. Good job. I don't think this matchup is winnable. I'm gonna take them all again. We're out of ladder points anyways. I'm not gonna spend another 5 minutes of my life trying to play this matchup. I have no meaningful interaction here, and there's no way we're racing them. Yeah, I'm not holding my breath on the new Pokemon TCG client hitting. It seems like they've run into a number of issues, but also, if I'm being honest, it gives me more optimism in their client that instead of just calling their thing with issues a release, they're delaying their release. That's a good thing, chat. I know it sucks to not have the thing you want happen when you thought it was going to happen, but I'd also rather the piece of software not be a steaming pile of garbage, so if that's potentially avoidable, it's worth waiting. Digital card game and not liking their monetization strategy. Name a more iconic duo. Bad game is forever bad isn't really true anymore, right? Because we have patches. You lose your chance at a first impression, but bad forever is no longer true. My body is ready to tap out for Smothering Tithe on 4, and for them to untap and transmogrify into a Titan of Industry. All right, well, they don't have a 4th land currently. That's good for us. Rip. Rip. Well, if we get at least 1 treasure here, we get to go ahead and cast Niv-Mizzet even if they kill the Smothering Tithe, which is nice. Like, maybe he stabilizes the board.
Always loyal. That is soldiers. In battle, one must be able to adapt.
Try this Jund deck at some point. We have another deck lined up for today. Kinda, but I don't know that I'm gonna do another donation deck today. Well, I don't know that we're gonna have enough time for that. I want to play some Snap, but I have a rehearsal for the Unite Regionals at 1:45. So I'm only doing Magic till about noon, so I don't think I have time to do a second deck. I think we're just dead again, right? It's like, drew our combo cards, it doesn't matter because our deck is slow in bed. And to clean up the board, consider out. Do me a solid and don't belittle your significant others in my chat. Ha ha ha, my significant other or ex sucks and was bad is such tired boomer humor. You know why boomers are incredibly bitter and unhappy, chat? Because they make jokes like that. You're unhappy in your relationship, work to fix your relationship, or leave it. Pick one of the two. Don't just sit there and degrade the other person. Hello, Bunch John. Welcome back. Need to play Thought Seizes too. We should try and play their deck at some point. That's something that's gonna have to happen next week. I really despise transmogrifying Agent of Treacheries into play, but Titan of Industry seems good. Only problem my wife has is her poor taste in bed. Yeah. See, self-degrading humor is fine, Chip. That transcends generations. I'll allow that. You're allowed to make fun of yourself in my chat. You're not allowed to make fun of the people that aren't here. And again, like, even if I manage to get 1,000-year Storm into play here, like, they just get to Titan of Industry me next turn, right? Yeah, that's exactly right. Like, their deck's basically just a good mid-range deck that just, like, happens to also just, like, randomly floop a Titan on occasion. Maybe they don't have it. I'm gonna concede when they do have it, but maybe they don't. Well, they could just hard cast it. Sure. All right, one more. Maybe we do have time for a second deck today. I'm gonna give this one more chance. I'm gonna call that a fair shake. It'll be a one more chance is 3 matches played and lost, and then 1 match concession because it was just super polarized. The other Storm deck seems a bit better. I'm gonna give you a timeout so you can go back to YouTube and reference what the other Storm deck did, because literally every single match we've lost with this deck, we also would get trashed in with the other one, because the other one also wasn't good. Feel free to go give yourself a refresher as to why that was the case. Uncounterable against blue land starts. Probably pretty good for us. Oh yeah, I saw you talking about that, Seth. I have a Doom Foretold donation deck that I think we're gonna do second if I was talking and clicked through cycling, so that's fine. I wanna play one of them out as a land anyways. This deck isn't bad, it's just hard to play. LOL. Oh man, Psycho Shark Typhoon in a red land. My body is ready to tap out for one of these cards for them to untap and steal it with Agent of Treachery. That's definitely what's about to happen. Hey, what's going on, Archangel? sticking around for over 2 years. Welcome back. That's true. At the very least, my Niv-Mizzet will not die to unholy heat. So we've got that going for us. Oh, by the way, I don't want people to feel like I ignored them. Someone asked me if I'd commented on the WotC data debacle over the last few days. Chat, there's so many important things in the world to be upset about. I'm trying to do my best not to get upset over every stupid thing Wizards of the Coast does, so... Yeah, it's a stupid thing. Yeah, it's also not unexpected. Like, I don't care. Like, play other games if it makes you unhappy. That's what I do. They do have a lot of basics. No blocks, just in case they have like a deal for here, like Chandra Torch of Defiance would kill Niv. Am I gonna be part of Alchemy Early Access? I don't have an email asking me if I want to be a part of Alchemy Early Access, so I assume if they've already sent those out, the answer is no. Is it everyone who has last access has it again? Then I guess that includes me. So we have 7, 8, 9, 10 mana at the moment. Chat, you can just post links to WotC nonsense in chat. I'm just pointing out that I'm not going to sit here and get mad about it on stream. It's my intention of commenting on it. I saw the comment. I don't really have thoughts. Like, I've talked about Wizard. Yeah, it's just a rehash of people with the WotC staff hashtag talking about how they don't want to share information and they're not going to. And it's more bullshit. We should trust them, bro. The untapped metrics aren't real life. And their data says something else. Like, I don't know what you want. It's all shit they've said before. And for what it's worth, all right, I lied. I'm going to talk about it now. I think they're liars. If they're not going to show me receipts, I would be incredibly surprised that Alchemy is not the least popular format on Magic Arena. You want to tell me that Alchemy is not the least popular format on Magic Arena? You better show me some fucking receipts. Because based on, as someone who's sat in Alchemy queues for an incredible amount of time, there is no way Alchemy is not the least popular format on this platform. Awesome sauce! Thank you for the 12 months. I appreciate the entire year. Welcome back. Let's get you a sword to go with that shield. We could technically kill them in response here. If we hit well. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and emergency powers again. We're looking for another copy of Thousand Year Storm plus a big score Unexpected Windfall. I think we're dead now, right? So I don't have any counter spells in my main deck or ways to gain life. Oh, I could technically draw into another emergency powers, right? For a redraw. Oh gosh! If we'd have hit Niv-Mizzet off of any of those either, we also probably would have killed them. Man, we're super unlucky. Some BS. We're not dead yet, but we had so many cards that could have killed them here. And we have a lot of looks. Sort of. Hold on. Hold, please. We're figuring it out. There's also only 2 emergency powers left in my deck, so. Here we go. Here we go again. Here we go again. Should have known, should have known, should have known again. Good God, chat. All right, there's one emergency powers left in my deck. And we only have 2 draws at it. All right, hold, please. Oh man, yeah, the wheels are spinning, shit. The wheels are spinning. We're statistically dead here, but you know, details. I mean, letting us do it, they win the game. They win the game here if we brick, so like. Never tell me the odds, right? All right, 3 more draws. And again, like, not only did we miss on the 1,000-Year Storm, but we also missed on all of our Niv-Mizzets, too. Like, it's actually just completely unreasonable. If we had to revitalize in the deck, we would win here. Yeah, that's true, actually. Oh, God. So we did this 3 times, right? So we had 6 hits in 42 cards, and we had 3 chances at it. All right, I need to look at the Hypergeo on that one, because that's just like completely unreasonable. We were 70% every single time to hit one of our payoffs. So to miss the 70%er 3 times, it's what? 0.3 0.3 times 0.3 times 0.3? 3%. 2.7% to happen. Pretty frustrating and sad. Also, on the, oh wait, I guess the sample size is even worse, right? Because we also failed to find the emergency powers in the top 30 cards of our deck. So, in addition to missing these on those initial 7 looks, we also failed to find the emergency powers on the rest of it. Yeah. Oof. Truly the unluckiest. That's all I'm saying, chat. I'm just letting all of you know that you may think you're unlucky, but you'll never be as unlucky as we are here. Hey, Masspot, thanks for the Prime. Listen, chat, if you have Amazon Prime and you sub to me with real dollars, you're almost doing a disservice to our country because you could be paying me with Jeff Bezos money. You have to remember to do it every month, so it's a little bit extra on your part, but think of it as taking money away from the man who has far too much. Oh, yeah, that's true. We also put a card into play off of emergency powers each time, too, so our deck was a little smaller each time. That's true. Bezos somewhere, chat. That's all I'm saying. It's fine if you give me real money and you Bezos somewhere else. Just make sure you take the money from him. Is ready for these spells to be countered. They have Disruption and Censor? Brutal. For to me, daddy. For to me. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I'm just supposed to board all these out against the counterspell deck. Draw cards, die sad is very close to the Hoaglandia national anthem. So, who you use your Amazon Prime on dictates how much money you take from Jeff Bezos. Slightly larger streamers get $3.50 for a sub, and small and mid-sized streamers get $2.50, depending on what their contract looks like. I mean, Amazon doesn't write off any, is it that they don't write off anything or that they write off everything because they don't pay any actual federal taxes, right? All right, I'm gonna go play the other deck, chat. I'm gonna upload this one to YouTube. For posterity's sake. But that one was really bad. We will not be playing Thousand Year Storm again in Explorer. Deck is real bad. You need 3,000 subs to make a reasonable living in the US. Well, so you have more income sources than just subscribers, right? I posted my yearly income metrics on Twitter in the past. I don't remember what they are all offhand, but like, for example, right now, at this very moment, I have 1,413 Twitch subscribers And I've been floating between like 1,200 and 1,600, and I'll probably make like 90 to $100,000 this year, give or take when you factor in bits, donations, sponsorships, etc.